Namaste, this is Vijay Ramaraju, Associate Professor, Gokaraj Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. Welcome to Power System 1 course. This course is mainly designed for the undergraduate students of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department who are aspiring to take their careers in power sector, and also for the practicing engineers in the power sector with less than 5 years of experience. In this learning dialogue video, I'm going to explain you what are the various topics that we are going to discuss in this course. Let's start our journey with the course objectives. The course was designed with 5 crisp course objectives. The first one is evaluation of power systems from the primitive stage to the present scenario. Okay, we are going to discuss about how the power systems have been evolved starting from the initial stages to the present day scenario where we are talking about smart grids. Okay, how it is evolved, that's what we are going to discuss over here. And then the second objective is that various segments of power systems like generation, transmission and distribution will be discussed. So we are going to discuss about what are the components that we have in generation, transmission and distribution, and how the power will be transferred from the generation to the distribution network through transmission lines that we are going to discuss over here. And then we will also discuss about design concepts of overhead line, transmission lines and cables. Okay, how to design the transmission lines and cables, and what are all the parameters that you need to calculate for designing the transmission lines and cables, and what are all the physical phenomena that are going to happen in the transmission lines and cables that we are going to discuss here. Okay, and then we are also discussing about generation of over voltage and insulation coordination. Okay, whenever there is any lightning occurs in the transmission line or sudden changes happens that may lead to the over voltages. What are the causes for these over voltages? How these over voltages can be rectified, can be reduced, and how the insulation coordination can be used to protect our equipment against these over voltages. That's what we are going to discuss. And then we also discuss about principles of switchgear and different protection schemes that are used to protect our equipment against the faults that happens in your power system. These are the objectives for this course for system 1, and we have at the end of this course the students will go with these outcomes, that is they will be able to describe the evolution of power systems from its primitive stage to the present day scenario, and they can also discuss about various segments of power systems like generation, transmission, distribution, and they will be able to calculate the parameters of overhead line and cables like inductance, capacitance, and resistance for the transmission lines and cables. And they will also illustrate the generation of over voltage, how this over voltage will travel along the transmission lines, and also the insulation coordination, how insulation coordination must be done to overcome these problems because of over voltage. And they will also be able to explain the principles of switchgear. So what are the different circuit breakers that we use, and how different protection schemes can be used to protect our equipment using this switchgear equipment to protect our equipment. Okay, so these are all the course outcomes. These are the takeaways from this course. Okay. So the entire course was divided into 5 units. The first unit, we are going to discuss about concepts of power generation, how the power systems are evolved from primitive stage to the present day scenario, and how the power systems are structured. That is, here we are going to discuss about bulk power grids as well as microgrids. Okay, in the olden days we used to have these bulk power grids, and the recent days we are more focusing on the microgrids, which can serve a small group of customers. Okay, so then we'll also discuss about principles of generation. What are the resources that we use for the electrical energy generation, as well as there is conventional as well as renewable energy sources. What are the sources that we use? And then distributed energy sources. These days, because of this renewable energy sources penetrating into the grid, we have a lot of distributed energy resources that are available, and how we are going to integrate these distributed energy sources into the grid, that we are going to discuss over here. And finally, we are going to discuss about energy storage, how the energy can be stored either using batteries or pump storage technology, how the energy can be stored. These are the topics that we are going to discuss in unit number 1 under concepts of power generation. And moving forward, in unit 2, we are going to discuss about power system components. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about overhead line, transmission lines and cables, particularly, especially here we are going to discuss about transmission lines and cables. So what are all the physical phenomena that are associated with these transmission lines and cables, like electrical fields and magnetic field associated with the cables, that we are going to discuss over here. And then we are going to discuss about a physical phenomena that happens in transmission lines at a very high voltages, that is corona. And we are going to we will also discuss about what are the causes of corona and how to overcome this corona, and how we can reduce the power losses due to corona here. And also we will discuss about the parameters of lines and cables, how to calculate capacitance and inductance for the transmission lines and cables. Also we will have we'll discuss about the traveling wave equations over here. Okay. And also we'll focus on sinusoidal steady state representation of transmission lines. This is especially useful for analysis of transmission lines. If you want to analyze any system, you require a model. Okay, here we are going to model the transmission network in terms of sinusoidal steady state representation, and we are going to model classify the entire transmission line into 3 categories based upon the length of the transmission lines, that is short, medium and long lines. And we will also discuss about how the power can be transferred from one point to the other point, and how voltage profile will be maintained, and how the reactive power can be used to maintain the voltage profile. These are the things that we can discuss in unit number 2. And also we will discuss about the characteristics of transmission lines, and we will also discuss about surge impedance loading, a special condition where you can maintain the sending end voltage and receiving end voltage to be equal. And we will also discuss about series and shunt compensation of transmission lines to improve the voltage profile of the network. So it's what we are going to discuss in unit number 2. And coming to the unit number 3, we have transmission and distribution systems. Okay, here we are going to concentrate on line diagrams, and especially for transmission networks, and distribution networks, we are going to discuss about mesh and radial systems. Okay. Most of the transmission networks are mesh systems, and distribution networks are radial in nature. We are going to discuss about these topologies, and then we will also discuss about synchronous and asynchronous interconnections in the grids. Okay. So in unit number 4, we will be discussing about overvoltage and insulation requirements. Okay. So what are the causes for overvoltage? Okay. Major causes are going to be lightning and switching surges. These are the 2 main reasons for over voltages, and we will discuss how to protect our equipment against these over voltages, how insulation coordination to be done while designing the insulation of the equipment to overcome these problems, and how these over voltage surges are going to propagate across the system. That also we will discuss over here. And then voltage produced by the traveling surges are going to be discussed in unit number 4. Okay, so mainly we will focus on the over voltage in unit number 4. And moving forward, in unit number 5, we will discuss about the basic principles of switchgear. This is also play a major role in power system protection, okay, especially to maintain the stability of the system and integration of the complete power system. The switchgear plays a major role. So we will discuss about basic principles and operations of circuit breakers. Okay. In this, we will discuss about the various types of circuit breakers, like oil circuit breakers, air blast circuit breakers, vacuum circuit breakers, and sulfur hexafluoride circuit breakers. And we will discuss about various protection schemes like backup protection, as well as overcurrent, directional, distance, and differential protection, and their applications to the transmission networks. Okay, so these are all the things that we are going to discuss in this course, Power System 1. Okay, and for reading, we'll suggest the following textbooks. Okay, So, Electrical Power Systems by C.L. Wadhwa, and Principles of Power Systems by Mehta and Mehta, and Modern Power Systems Analysis by Kothari and Nagrat, and Electrical Power Systems by V.D. Jenkins and Eknaike. And in addition to these textbooks, you can also refer some very good textbooks like Power System Analysis by Granger and Stevenson, and Electrical Energy Systems Theory by Elgard, and Power System Analysis by Bajan and Witten. Okay, so these are all the references that you can use for further study. So this is about Power System Course 1. In the next videos, we will start with unit number 1, and we will discuss about the evaluation of power systems. Thank you and happy learning.